cannot just become a writer. One decides that one likes writing, one likes words, and one wants to become a writer, I guess. I have been fascinated with becoming a writer for the longest time, since I got attracted to words, and that you could use words just as powerful as anything. And it took a long time to find different kind of writing styles that I could exist within, whether it was poetry or short stories originally, whether it was screenplays in competition, as I have done, and or whether it was 20 editions of a magazine over a 5-year period that have 300 pages in them each, plus about 25 websites that all need to be operated to promote all that writing in different locations, because in America, Los Angeles is Los Angeles and New York is New York, and they don't read the same websites. So you're in a very challenging position to get regional writers, as I have in every region that I can think of in the United States over the last 10 years. But writing, again, just has to arrive. And I remember I was on a bus once, I was going to the library, and I was doing some research, and something arrived in my brain, and it said, I was working on a biography, and the thing that arrived in my brain, it said, there are some born into a rhythm, and this entire real interesting new voice arrived that had to do with describing something much older and much more interesting and much more fantastic and much more baroque than I had ever experienced in my own living life. And it took some time to kind of see what was going to be the rest of that kind of a phrase that said, there are some born into a rhythm with a life rhythm. There are some born into this world with a life rhythm full of consistency. They needn't work too hard or lose much love, but at the same token, they seldom receive the gifts of the gods that fall from the sky to help make a life memorable. And it goes on to describe this character, a character of my own family. It would be another 10 or 15 years before I would find big baroque descriptive words that would compare me to Norman Mailer, or would compare me to Thomas Corrigesian Boyle, or it can compare me to Jack Kerouac or somebody very interesting like that. And it takes a long time, but you hold on to what you've written, and you look for what is that style, what was the combination that came up with those words, and how long it would take for me to write the whole biography of something that is going to have that rhythm, a nice American vocal S that arrives from the Midwest. So on becoming a writer, there's a lot of patience involved, and a lot of continuing to hold form that you are a writer, and that you're waiting for a good delivery of books to arrive, and indeed in my life they have.